Bonsoir,
Hello.
Krapelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I haven't seen you in like a week. It's been a while.
Oh, less than a week. You saw each other in Valencia, man.
Yeah, that's very true. How was it actually returning back? And of course now it's the LFO life, I guess, right?
Well, it went pretty well. We still feel disappointed we didn't get the win against Rogue in the finals, but overall we did a good tournament, especially considering how poorly we played in the first few games. And we get our 5th win in the regular season, so all good.
It's pretty darn good against Na'Vi. A lot of people look at your matchup against Na'Vi at DreamHack and think it pretty much put it up there as one of the best games of 2019 so far. This matchup, as Devin was saying, was very close in some of the rounds, but it got really, really tight on your defensive side. And Alfama usually is the player that runs the yokai drones close to his teammates, but it's being shut down constantly. Was there a reason really for it, or was it not really planned against Doki's IQ?
So it's hard to say because I only have the streams POVs. So I only have the comms when we do official games. I think he tried to play them maybe a little bit too aggressive. And he got shut down by Doki. He was using his IQ gadget very well, obviously. So that was I can't tell much more than that because I couldn't see his POV.
Was that a motivation for Corey to switch over to a pulse and completely change the way that the round was being played for you on the defense?
Not really. We like to run pulse on coast because you have a lot of C4 facilities. Like we saw today, we got a bunch of C4 kills. You can give very reliable and easy infos and deny plants and deny zones just by being below, and it puts a lot of pressure on the attackers just knowing the fact that there's a pulse down there that could kill you from below.
And there, on your attacking side, it was very clear for us watching it from here that you're doing the reverse of Na'Vi. What they were doing is taking control of the entryway into a site first, and then clearing out the rest, and then going back to attacking the site itself. Whereas on your attack, you always cleared out the bottom floor or the top one, whichever is the opposite to the site that you're attacking. Is this usually how you do it, or is this specific to Coastline and Na'Vi themselves?
So on coast, I think it's in my opinion, is the best way to do it, because you can get very easily some zones in control. Then when you have those, the others just fall into your hands, because it's just about getting those duels, getting those frags. And as you move forward, you can very easily keep the control of and lock the stairs so that they cannot go back up, and just keep going forward and pushing forward from there. Whereas directly fronting is, in my opinion, a lot harder on coastline than other maps.
All right. Well, that said, again, congratulations on your matchup. Anything you'd like to say to the fans out there for LFO and any potential investors out there?
Well, thank you very much for the LFO fans. Every week is getting bigger and bigger. It's really heartwarming for us, and it makes us really motivated to get the best work possible so that you guys can keep supporting us and be proud of who you're supporting. And to any investors, just look at the numbers, man.
They don't lie. It's all the numbers that are out there. A team that was able to make it to 2 grand finals and 2 events back-to-back. That's pretty impressive. Top 1 in EU, making it to Pro League finals. And that's a pretty decent pedigree for the past few months, if you ask me. That said, Krapelle, again, congratulations on your victory here against Na'Vi. We'll see you on Monday, actually, for a very, very big game against the big rivals of G2. Good night.
Yep. Good night.
Have a quick chat. And of course, Kripps, hello, my friend. How are you?
Hi.
Tjena.
Doing great. Tjena.
You guys go off of a great performance at DreamHack Valencia. You get 4th in the tournament. You come in now to online phase in Pro League, and you absolutely wipe the floor with Penta Sports. Does this have to do with your preparation, or more with Penta having to play with 2 subs for this matchup?
I think just overall having them playing with 2 subs kind of ruined the game for them. It makes it a lot harder to play with subs, obviously. So with a normal lineup, I think it would be much closer.
It makes a lot of sense, and sure, they do play with Crunch in the French nationals, but you don't really get the same level of training when you're preparing for Pro League and for minors with your specific lineup that you always run. And, well, you guys have had an excellent game in this one. Were you expecting the Monty to be run at some point by Penta, or were you even having it in your back pocket as a last-ditch strategy?
We can expect them to run them on, to be honest. They did that against us one round, I believe, in Valencia. So we kind of thought about it.
It was a pretty good strategy at the end there, but I'm not sure what happened in round number 6, because your Legion was playing on his own in lounge, and the Monty was just pushing him. I believe it was secretly in that position, and everybody was boxing him in. You guys weren't even able to help him in that situation. How are the comms really going? Because he wasted around 30 or 40 seconds in the lounge that ultimately ended up winning you the round. There is a Legion in front, so he's got to be very careful. As you see, the Maestro Evil Eye being destroyed from behind secretly. Sure that there's somebody near him to fight against him and try to take him away as the Monty gets up close and personal. All the holes have been opened up against him, and he goes for the fight. The pistol whipped out by the Monty, but at least secretly is just wasting so much time. They still haven't taken him away. The Goo Mines are recharging as we speak. Impact grenade thrown right into the Monty, but that shield will block all incoming damage, and finally, secretly will go down. There's 15 seconds left, god damn it. Hungry will finally eliminate him, but damage done from Renewals down onto the feet. That's a bit more. And now the Diffuser's on its own. On the other side of the map, Renewals will fire on in as he does a bit of extra damage on the Ash, but they'll walk right into Vittling. That's one kill for him. Shotgun up in hand, and he goes in for the kill. Crunch has been eliminated, and Chaos secure the round.
I think he basically just called out that he's getting pushed. I think other people just think they push from Aqua as well. So we just let him do his thing, and somehow he survived for that long.
I think that's really the story for Chaos at this point. Between yourself, Redgroove, secretly, Renewals, I mean, everybody has just been having their days for sure, and today everybody was on point. Again, congratulations on your victory, Kripps. Anything you have to say before you go and have your chips?
Well, I want to say thank you for all the fans. It's been a great match, and I will see you next week.
All right, well, next week, you guys have played at number 6, so facing off against Sisu. So your Eastern Swedish opponents, I guess, as Fabian would like to call them, the Finns. Thank you very much. Congratulations again on your victory, and we'll see you on Monday. Good night.
Bye.
Bonsoir, Spark. How are you?
Really good, Gaston. Thank you.
Well, congratulations on victory against G2. One thing I have to say, what did Bibu have for dinner before he played this game?
I think we just ate... we ate eggs.
Eggs?
Really good.
The dinner of champions.
If you want to get kills in Rainbow Six, just eat eggs.
Well, Dark Zero have BC on the squad, but it definitely has not been helping too much. That aside, a great matchup for you guys. Though, I want to talk about a specific style of defense that you were employing. You were defending the basement, but putting a lot of manpower on CEO and then moving down into archives and then back down on the site. I know it didn't work out for you, but can you please walk us through your mindset behind preparing this style of defense against G2?
Well, we didn't play this defense especially against G2, but it's a kind of style that it's working against a lot of teams, and it's the best way to waste a lot of time, especially for bank, like this kind of map, bank or consulates. Like you play top floor and then you go at the first floor and then go back to basements, and it's so strong when you do it well.
It definitely worked out. I mean, it didn't really work out here, but we have seen it before, and against teams that are not as organized as G2 maybe, it works out fairly effectively. Now, Stigi officially signed on to the team, I guess, after his performance at DreamHack Valencia.
Yeah.
He was talking to me on our flight back after DreamHack how happy he is to finally play with a team that communicates with him and gives him all this information and really goes the extra mile to speak with him in English and make sure that you can all play together as an efficient team. After your victory now against G2, is it really solidified? Is Stigi really that X factor that you have been looking for?
At the beginning, we were looking for a pure entry fragger, but Stigi was more than a support role. But we knew like he could play pretty much any operators, and he was really strong. So we tried out with him, and it went really well. So we decided to keep him up.
Now he's playing Habana. It's definitely an operator that he shines very well on and gives him that flex role, right? So it can be support, but also frag out. And he definitely had his moments in this matchup. But again, Spark, after your victory against G2, 7-5 on bank, anything you'd like to say to the Vitality fans out there?
I really want to say thank you for all the fans. Like, we've been through really bad moments in the last months, but I'm really happy we came back, and now let's try to take that spot for Japan.
Yeah, you're at third place. It's definitely possible, and we'll see how things continue on as the EU qualifiers are still ongoing. There's still chances maybe to make it to Raleigh. Again, Spark, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you, Gaston.
Bonsoir and bonne nuit.
Bonsoir.
Dobry wieczór, Krasivoi. How are you this evening?
Yeah, we are fine. We won, that's why.
It wasn't as tight of a game as we expected it to be maybe in here. You guys, of course, progressed with extra 3 points, Joystick. But playing against Sisu on Clubhouse, how was it playing against them? Because it looked like Sisu was confusing you on their defensive side with their more erratic plays. How was it for you guys playing against them?
Yeah, they play more aggressive than usual, I think. They roam a lot. They go four guys roaming on top stairs, and I think we may push to the side, but we want to play safe. We want to play as usual and to go for a roamer, so it works. And yeah, but we was confused, yes.
Speaking of roam, your anti-roam play with the Jackal on that one specific round was very impressive, to say the least. Were you just expecting all of them to line up on the stairs? Was there any information given to you on the whereabouts of your opponents?
I have information about 2 guys, but I think that they will play aggressive, and that's why I'm waiting for the aggressive push and stay and holding an angle.
They do the same thing every single round. Karzeka will find 1 kill and Joystick to head. Jonas eliminated. Looks like your predictions are about to come true, Devin. Oh, and here's another for Joystick as he flicks onto Shate. I don't know why they keep up this home play. What are you doing?
He's gonna walk down the stairs of death.
And another one. Oh, Joystick, the flawless round.
He just kept walking.
What?
It was a shooting gallery.
It definitely ended up working for you. And in that last round as well, you're playing on Cash. Was the whole dedication to just corner Sisu into Cash and see how they react to it? Or how is it planned out?
Yeah, we want to just go back a little bit and then push together with the Skyther from below. And yeah, Kajaka was solo and we want to help him, so yeah.
Worked out well. Again, congratulations on your matchup against Sisu. 7-3. Next week, you guys are playing against Navi, so that's going to be a big storyline for all the CIS fans that are watching out there. Anything you'd like to say to them at the end of this playday?
Good luck to them, good luck to all viewers, and thank you for the support. That's all.
All right. Thank you very much, Joystick.
Thanks.
Good night, and до свидания.
Yeah, good night, you too.